Okay, going to do a little walk around the 72 Chevy Super Cheyenne. It's got a 454 in it, pretty much stock with a turbo 400. Vintage air conditioning with a polished compressor, polished hard lines. It's got a Holley mechanical pump, fuel pressure regulator, pressure gauge back there. A Holley 750, electric cooling fans, chrome alternator I just had redone and made it into a 100 amp alternator about 6 months ago. Sanderson headers, fender wells, radiator support, hinges have all been powder coated black. It's got a steel cowl hood. "20" Boss 338s all the way around. It's got dual exhaust, 2.5-inch pipes with an H pipe, exit and back of the rear wheels. Wooden bed, hideaway hitch with a 4-prong plug. See if I can get some of the underneath. KYB shocks. Tailgate functions just fine. It's Hawaiian blue, I believe is what they call it, and white. Bucket seats, console, tilt wheel, all gauges. I disconnected the stereo in the dash because it didn't have much power. I put a Alpine 4-channel Class D amp underneath this. It's a little false bottom. Hooked it up to an iPod with a volume knob down here, so I don't have to mess with the dash at all. Just strictly use my iPod. With Vintage Air, they mount everything under the dash, so they give you this little fiberglass glove compartment. Not much room, but it is what it is. Headliner. Tinted windows all the way around, including the windshield. I had the windshield completely done to match all the other windows. It's got some like, I don't know, 6 1/4 in the kick panels, and under the seats there's custom boxes made with 6x9 4-ways. Sounds pretty good. Didn't want to cut any holes in the doors or the dash. That's why we did the speakers that way. Pretty clean old truck. No dents. Pretty much straight. One little scratch right there that's been touched up from a rock chip on the road. No dents in the trim. Everything on the truck works perfectly. Alright, we'll go for a ride. Alright, here we go. Go for a ride. Starts right up. All the gauges work. Gas gauge, vacuum gauge, oil pressure. Temperature. The battery, it's a voltmeter, I guess you'd call it. It doesn't work, but the wires are all up there, and the reason it doesn't work is because I'm using a one-wire alternator, which is cleaner under the hood. There's no wires coming back to the gauge, but it would work if you put a different alternator in it. The speedometer is calibrated perfectly. The tach works perfectly. Tilt wheel works perfectly. I'm holding this with one hand, so bear with me while I'm driving. Let's roll the windows down. Cruising along about 40 miles an hour. Runs pretty strong.